To get right into the mods, skip to... You know that video I did like 2 years ago that started like this? Oh wait, it was 3 years ago. Is your Skyrim feeling a bit empty? With their respective expansions, Morrowind had 2,900 unique NPCs. Oblivion and Skyrim both topped out at about 1,000. God Emperor Todd gave us the ability to mod. Well, how about this?
Circuit? Hey!
Distana, where are you?
I don't know. It's so crowded in here. Meet you by the bar.
What?
By the bar!
What?
Fairly interesting read.
By the bar!
What?
I want to let you know how much restraint it took not to do that 4 or 5 more times. First of all, I need to reiterate the technical limitations of Skyrim's engine, and the mods to fix them. Skyrim's engine wasn't meant to handle hundreds of NPCs. You start to get NPCs swimming through the air or animations just not loading. Before you get any of the mods I list later, pick up the Increase Actors mod, which will flat out increase your NPC limit to 30 in a cell. Pick up the 75 actor version and be done with it, or pick up the ESL version with a small tweak. Go into ExEdit and change the limit from 75 to whatever number you prefer. As you can see, I changed my numbers to 150 in combat with me, and 200 in general. Second, Actor Limit Fix, which allows up to 256 actors in a cell to have animations and to speak. There are a number of mods in this list that can potentially generate an infinite number of NPCs. Do yourself a favor and add these mods according to your system's capabilities. As they say, mod it till it breaks. I've decided to categorize these different this time. First category, the mods that add sheer numbers of NPCs for the sake of increasing Skyrim's population for immersion. First of all, Crowded Streets dynamically generates background NPCs in towns. At its outset, it worked at any location that had the inn or town tag and the Tamriel tag for the world space. I added a little tutorial to one of my videos showing how to take the Tamriel tag off in ExEdit so that it would add generic NPCs in world spaces like Beyond Reach, Beyond Skyrim, Burma, etc. But I'm happy to say, per my suggestion on the mod page, the functionality has been added to the base mod. Hooray! Transforming this into one of the most useful additional NPCs mods. Because even when you added a lot of NPC mods to Skyrim, when you went to another world space, it was like, where are all the people? Crowded Civil War by the same author performs a similar action but for Stormcloaks and Imperials, which could greatly enhance or replace immersive patrols. Wonder why Librick's bald. More immersive NPCs adds a number of named NPCs, 2 new locations, and also a potentially infinite number of generic NPCs like some of the other stuff on this list. I do feel like this complements Crowded Streets since it generates adventurers, couriers, knights, companions, etc. You know, the more combatant type NPCs. Whereas Crowded Streets sticks to peasants. A good fit. One mod that no longer exists from the first video is Interesting Generic NPCs by A&B God. He says the mod is obsolete and should no longer be used. What the mod did was generate lots of generic NPCs, but now that functionality has been rolled into Death Consumes All, for the purposes of the plague killing those NPCs, which you could add to this list as long as you don't care if your Skyrim gets destroyed or you just never talk to the person to start the questline. But it's kind of a duplicate functionality. Faction warfare allows groups from 13 different factions to attack and war with each other nearby your current area at a customizable interval. You can end up being a leader in one or more of these factions, barter and trade with them, and even see what you sold be used in raids. These factions are the same old Stormcloaks and Imperials, but also goes so far as to add bandits, Forsworn, giants, and many more joinable factions. But be careful, most factions have an opposed one. My favorite part is the folk faction, which is the townfolk. And faction parties tend to manifest as groups of adventurers you can see in dungeons. And those adventurers can come to your rescue, just by chance. It also causes there to be bandit raids on towns. And so many times in dungeons I've come upon groups of bandits fighting groups of undead, fighting over a shared space. Before I move on, I do want to mention several immersive mods because they make the most difference on mods that add potentially infinite generic NPCs. Echoes of Oblivion adds 4,500 immersive radiant conversations between all 23 vanilla voice types, just like in Oblivion. That means not only will named vanilla NPCs engage in these conversations, Random Hunter introduced from Crowded Streets can too, as can Mercenaries from More Immersive NPCs, Adventurers from Faction Warfare, the list goes on. Some of it's even quest sensitive.
I've been trying to get through Mysterious Akavir. It's a fairly interesting read.
I've never read that. Been meaning to pick it up, though.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Any news?
Did you hear? A ghost ship was seen off the coast of Solitude.
NPC Name Distributor gives all your generic NPCs names. Skynames gives all base game NPCs last names, and it adds last names to all the generics as well. Some people don't like knowing the names of randos, but I do feel like it makes Skyrim seem like there are literally thousands of people you'll never meet or have a conversation with. Skyrim Folks Visit creates a database for all named NPCs, even if added by mods, and has them visit various locations around their homes. This is highly configurable using the provided MCM, and all your settings persist across save games. I have to be honest about this one, it sounds really cool, but it may take a lot of tweaking, and I haven't set it up to my liking yet, so give it a try, your mileage may vary. Next section, which is a smaller number of handcrafted NPCs. I guess I should say relatively smaller because some of these are still quite large. ezPG, or Citizens of Tamriel, at some point got moved to Craftian's own website because of some Nexus drama. Hey, honestly, it doesn't matter to me. I'll still play the mod. It adds 45 for Citizens and 80 for ezPG, as it's more of an evolution of the mod. The characters range from a little jokey to very well fleshed out, but all beautifully voice acted. Here's a sample.
Tyrus is the only daughter of one of the Elder Council members in Cyrodiil.
Ooh, your words pierce my heart. You are a most cruel mistress.
Perhaps you are not aware, but assassins are regarded for their subtlety.
I come from Morthal, as you may remember. Fairly talented at magic, decent with a blade, but my wit was even sharper.
If you're running a College of Winterhold overhaul, the college can seem empty. For that, I suggest Immersive College NPCs. It adds 27 NPCs from college guards, new novices, new mages, even Sarthal workers. Next, to enhance your immersion in inns and taverns, I suggest Immersive Wenches. It adds various barmaids, both in taverns and traveling, merchants, bodyguards, bards, and even a quest to rescue kidnapped wenches. And if you're doing a vampire playthrough, you have the option of adding vampire wenches that can be counted on for a quick blood fix. You can scale the number of wenches to your liking. Next, I've got Inntegrated NPCs, which offers 21 new people who frequent bars and taverns. Even those added by mods and in other world spaces. They talk to each other, tell tales, jokes, and discuss books. It also adds off-duty guards, which is a boon for immersion. After all, where do you think the guards go in the evening? They gotta go somewhere.
If I had your skills, I'd be guard captain at least.
So, the Argonian says, you should have seen the monkey trying to put the cork back in!
What are you doing going around with that grinning idiot?
I heard weird noises coming from the Bard's College. I don't know what it was, but it certainly wasn't singing.
Next, the gold standard that all these mods get judged against, 3D NPCs adds 250 new NPCs, each with well-written, albeit sometimes very wordy, backstories. The staggering amount of content this mod adds, with entire questlines and fully fleshed out followers, cannot be overstated. I've got to say that some of its followers are some of my favorite followers of all time, aka Rumorin, Anum La, Zora Fairchild, and Vulgus.
So, it's Rumarin's turn to make a decision. Bold move on your part, seeing as I'm half a half-wit.
We need your help with a giant.
Ha ha ha! You sure you two haven't been sniffing death bowels?
The song will put him to sleep, but he won't stay that way. A sword coated in sleeping tree sap?
And by we, I take it, you mean me.
Did you ever wonder why there are nearly 1,000 Skyrim NPCs with about 50 children and no people between the ages of 13 and 18? Teen Dolls is kind of lost media. As it comes from a shady website, it was deleted and resurrected, but it adds a maximum of 228 male and female teen NPCs, ranging from adventurers to adversaries. It also has some replacers, and has a teen race so you can make your own. I used it to make Kentira. Also, don't worry, it's never nude, and it works better than any of the create-your-own child character mods. In my game, I use this mod to represent a mix between the huge adventure culture that grew up from the Dragonborn appearing and the grown-up orphans from the Civil War. After all, this is a 4th era 209 mod list, as in the year 209. It's meant to represent the passage of time to a whole new Skyrim. Wandering Merchants adds 40 diverse merchants with big, chunky backpacks and different backgrounds. That's it, a little short of a merchant. Now a few more in a section I'd like to call Tiny, with just a few NPCs apiece. First, a mod you can tell by the name has a Lover's Lab origin. Hot Chicks Have Hot Sisters received an SE port and is also on the Nexus. Adds sisters for 19 females, including Bryling, Sigrid, Girder, Gormlaith Goldenhild, and a couple of randoms too. Jesters of Skyrim adds 7 jesters to the Jarl's Courts that tell jokes, do dances, and generally liven up the place.
Rondelbert, I'm bored. Entertain me.
What do you call a herd of sheep falling down a hill? A landslide.
Just what I needed to cheer me up.
And another one from Joby1. Shoppers of Skyrim adds 8 people who visit shops, markets, and Khajiit caravans and have their own dialogues. They also chat with each other.
We keep bumping into each other, eh? I guess you like shopping almost as much as I do.
Last time I had a section for child NPCs, this time is no different. I can tell you that last time I was using the Kids Are Alright. That is still the case with the Wild Child add-on, which adds 70 hunter, bandit, witch, vampire children, etc. But I'd also like to report that the author from The Kids Are Alright recently remade his mod, and it's called Skychild. It even has a similar add-on. Go check it out. I would like to mention Cheeky Kids, which gives children the ability to banter with and generally annoy any adult with standard Skyrim voice types.
Mammoth nose. I don't have to take that from you. I'm 11 years old and I could take you. Huh?
And Casual Mission for Dragon Keep for a place to put all the many, many orphan children created by the Civil War and your Dragonborn rampaging across Skyrim. Okay, last but not least, there are way too many standalone followers to mention here. It deserves its own video. In fact, you might get one for me eventually. I'm just going to go through a quick top 10 of my favorite followers, excluding 3D NPC and vanilla followers, of which Serana is pretty great. Alright, in no particular order, Inigo, Lucian, Katana, Val Serrano, Remiel, Gore, Serana Dialogue add-on. It changes her story, but I like it. Sophia, well, I say that reluctantly, she gets kind of annoying pretty quickly. Shirley, and Gales from Dirtyborn. There are a ton of other good ones out there that I have yet to try, like Flint, Kaidan. There's just so much content for Skyrim. Alright, one final note. AI is the big new craze right now, or everybody's cramming it in everything anyway. And I'm actually working on a video with my thoughts on that. But there are 3 mods that I know of that use large language model AI to give NPCs more personality. The idea is that you type in what you want to say to an NPC in Skyrim that has it enabled, or in some cases, I think you can use a microphone, and it'll answer using something like ChatGPT, totally voiced by something like 11 Lambs. This is honestly very cool, though this idea has existed for a few years. I played AI Dungeon probably 6 to 7 years ago. There are 3 big mods that do this already. Kim, it's pronounced Kim, Mantella, and SkyrimNet. From what I hear, Kim is the best with remembering. SkyrimNet is the newest and best at speed, and also has the access to most of the information about the game. I don't have much else to say as I haven't tried any of them, and I'll probably be doing a dive into each of them eventually.
I'm doing well, thank you.
It wasn't until I was given the opportunity to serve as a housecarl that I found purpose and a sense of duty.
Ah, the Mantella. Fascinating topic, my friend.
The world teeters on a razor's edge. Chaos gnashing on one side, peace whispering on the other.
The creation of intelligent machines can certainly lead us to question how we define consciousness.
So, what do you say? Let's get started.
Oh, absolutely, Jay. Let's venture forth and uncover all the secrets and mysteries that this realm of Lorcan has to offer.
Can you tell me anything about the warrior who wore this armor beforehand?
Ah, the warrior who wore the legendary armor. Their name, unfortunately, eludes me.
Alright, and that's all I have for today. If you like my skit at the beginning, then check out my big playlist. I have lore on my channel. I have a long-running story. Be sure to like and subscribe. So long, and thanks for watching.
I've been waiting my whole life for just one. What? All I needed was just one. What? How can you say that I don't give a what? By myself, stupid, coming back again. What?